because no one is ever going to look at me and say, quiet Piggy.
Quiet Piggy.
Quiet Piggy response is why they love him. A lot of us are expecting his crowd to be like, ugh, I just don't know if I can keep supporting it. No, that's why they support him, because that's how they speak to their wives. That's how they speak to their daughters.
So, yes, obviously I'm disgusted with the president.
If I am a member of the press pool speaking to the president, and I am standing there in that press pool, and the president puts his finger in a female reporter's face and tells her, quiet, Piggy, I am not standing there and saying nothing in that situation. I am not tolerating that. I am either cursing him out to his face, I know, he's the president, whatever, but there's a moment where you have to be willing to lose your job. Or at the very least, I am walking out and refusing to do more press conferences until he stops.
Oh, please walk out. I would have loved to watch her walk out of that room. Because they're on Air Force One. Oh, please. Please walk out of that room. I just wouldn't recommend doing it without a parachute.
Yeah, Jennifer, go ahead. Go ahead.
In the fight, sir.
Quiet, Piggy.
President Trump said, quiet Piggy, and they're still mad. Of course, it's okay to call him any kind of horrible name under the sun. The slightest little bit of pushback from him with no profanity, and everybody falls apart.
Imagine someone saying, quiet Piggy to your kid, to your daughter, to your mom, to your auntie. Listen, no shade to the CBS reporter. She probably really did need her job. But listen, I am not going to be ashamed to admit, anyone says quiet Piggy to me or to anybody in my vicinity, I'm catching a felony. I am. I'm catching a felony. Probably multiple. You know, I'm going to prison. Oh my God, I'm so going to prison. I'm going to love it too. I'm going to love every single minute of it.
That'll do, pig. That'll do. Oh my gosh, that's my. I love the Charlotte's Web movie so much. That's one of my favorite quotes from the Charlotte's Web movie. I love this movie so much that I had the cardboard cut out from the movie. Oh, I got rid of it a long time ago. But I had the whole giant, I don't know, maybe it was 7 foot tall cardboard movie cut out from, I think I got it from Blockbuster or some movie rental place. Maybe it was Family Video. I don't remember, but I did have that. I wanted to debunk something really quickly. I see a lot of people on our side are making comments that the reporter's name was Peggy Collins, and that is incorrect. It's not Peggy. According to this Yahoo News article, her name is Catherine Lucy. So he said Piggy, not Peggy, and I'll let Caroline Levitt explain why he said what he said. I haven't seen this explanation myself yet.
What did the president mean when he called reporter Piggy?
Look, the president is very frank and honest with everyone in this room. You've all seen it yourself. You've all experienced it yourselves, and I think it's one of the many reasons that the American people reelected this president, because of his frankness. And he calls out fake news when he sees it. He gets frustrated with reporters when you lie about him, when you spread fake news about him and his administration. But he also is the most transparent president in history, and he gives all of you in this room, as you all know, unprecedented access. You are in the Oval Office almost every day asking the president questions. And so I think the president being frank and open and honest to your faces rather than hiding behind your backs is frankly a lot more respectful than what you saw in the last administration, where you had a president who lied to your face and then didn't speak to you for weeks and hid upstairs and didn't take your questions. So I think everyone in this room should appreciate the frankness and the openness that you get from President Trump on a near daily basis.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but Trump said to Jennifer Jacobs, a CBS reporter, quiet, quiet, Piggy. Meanwhile, this is Donald Trump's eye compared to an actual pig. So.
Rat's eyes. This is so silly. Quiet Piggy is the worst thing you could ever say to someone. So then they immediately turn around and then try to use that on Trump. But I thought it was so bad that you could never say it unless they're saying it. Make that make sense.
think one of the good things about the president saying "quiet, Piggy" on national television so that everybody could see is that for one of the first times I can think of, the way some men think it's okay to talk to women in a way that is hierarchical, belittling, demeaning, controlling, and scary was caught on film.
But it's okay for the person talking to him to act like he is the after-school special villain.
I spend a lot of time trying to explain to my father or partner how a man out in the world yelled at me on the street or while driving or just out in the world. And it always happens when I'm alone. They never do it when I'm accompanied. And I always think they think, oh, it's overblown.
You're trying to compare this to what happened on Air Force One with a whole ton of people there. You're completely missing the mark. That's apples and oranges. Like, what are you talking about?
You know, if you tried to explain that I asked him a question and he said, "Quiet, Piggy," you wouldn't totally understand the violence that was inherent in, like, I'm in charge, you're nothing, stop talking, I could harm you.
Or maybe it was that she was being rude and interrupting somebody else, all while insulting him. Why are you bringing harm into this equation? The Secret Service are there. What do you think he's gonna do?
And that is what happens on the street. And there's nothing you can do. There's no retaliation. There's nothing you can say back. It just has been this act of dominance that happens to women every single day when they are just going about their business, trying to be in the world.
I don't know where she's living, but I suggest that she move. Because this sounds like a really unpleasant place to live where things like this are happening to you every day. I don't know. Maybe is this big city living? I haven't lived in the big city for many decades now. I live out in the country. You know what they say about our society out here? It's a polite society. I suggest you move out here if you're having that many problems.
So that being caught on film so everybody can see and discuss. I don't know. It's evidence, proof that that is happening.
I am a woman, quiet Piggy. These people overthink these things.
Tell me why. I just saw the President of the United States put his finger in a female journalist's face and tell her, "Quiet, Piggy," and not a single other journalist in the area did about it. Am I shocked at the president's actions? No, that's not even the point of this video. But this man points his finger in someone's face and snarls, "Quiet, Piggy," and the rest of the press corps just stands there like absolutely nothing happened. And listen, I grew up around journalists. I know how seriously they take professionalism. They are trained to keep their cool. This goes beyond that. This was demoralizing verbal abuse. That was not banter. That was not press tension. And her colleagues just watched it happen. This is an utter failure of the press. It is a failure of the entire point of the press in democracy. Journalists have got to stop fawning over access and start standing up for dignity and integrity. Imagine the impact if even one journalist had said, "Hey, you don't get to talk to us that way," or "You don't get to talk to her that way."
Right, so they are all allowed to say the worst possible things about President Trump, call him all kinds of names that I can't even name on here. They could say and do all that, right? But is the moment he has the audacity to say something as benign as "Quiet, Piggy," oh my goodness, honey, pearls clutched, okay? No, we're not doing this. We're not getting on board with this hysteria.
Putting up with this now? This is going to become normal? This is not normal. It's not tolerable. It is not tolerable behavior by anybody, let alone the President of the United States. Why is the press not refusing to cover him? Why are they not saying we will not work with a person who is abusive to members of our press corps?
Oh, please do. I hope they do. I hope they all refuse. And then folks like me, we will step right in and we will take those jobs and we will cover him fairly and honestly. Don't threaten me with a good time now.
You guys, I'm sorry, but I am not seeing allyship here. I don't know what happened. This is just being reported by people now. He called her Piggy. He put his finger in her face. That's behavior. It's derogatory language. It's disgusting. If you saw a man speaking to a woman that way on the street, you'd say something. Why are you not saying something to the President of the United States? Because you're afraid of him? What's he going to do? Put you in jail for using words? You're journalists. This is an outrageous story. Why did it have to be broken by People magazine? This is unacceptable, you guys. America, have some standards for your president. This is not acceptable. Women publicly in a press corps is not acceptable. And if nobody else in the press will say it, I will say it. And I'm not even in the press. Come on, you guys. This makes me really angry, and it should make everybody really angry. And we should demand better from our elected representatives, from our president, and from everyone in the press corps who stood there and didn't say anything. Shameful.
First of all, if I saw a man and a woman on the street and they were exchanging words, I'm going to mind my own business. Because it's just words. And they're not even bad words. There's no profanity. Something serious would have to be going on for me to feel the need to try to interrupt something. And even if I want to, I'm a woman. How am I supposed to stop a man? I guess there is a way for a woman to stop a man, but we don't need to go into all that. Things are not that serious. Like I said, there's not even any profanity involved. If I see some people having a regular disagreement, I'm going to keep it moving. And I'm also going to ask, what did she say to make him say that? Right? And had I listened to the previous conversation and I heard that she was low-key saying that he's somebody who shouldn't be around, well, then I'm not going to be that surprised if he comes back at her like that. And I'd actually be surprised that he didn't come back even harder. You can use my Buy Me a Coffee link to buy Leroy a dog treat. Leroy, stop that. You're so cute. Oh, I love you. I love you. You guys steal the show. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Red Dawn Daily with your host, me, Dawn Marie, and sometimes Leroy. Leroy, you're not bored, are you? Leroy, did you know that 9 out of 10 people only watch to see you? Yeah. I'm just kind of here holding space for you. It's true. It's true. Leroy, you're so much fun. You're way more fun than any puppet. Right, Leroy?